Hello everyone, I'm Tuco. Welcome back to another episode of the LTR Structures Reforged series. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Dalish House, which is right behind me, as you can see, my newly reforged one, newly minted. And off to my right here we have the current and the original Dalish House. Looks like that guy just owned an orc, which is very nice. Anyway, so to start things off, I guess we can start with the actual shape of the structure. So as you can see, mine is a plain rectangle, I suppose. But the original one was an L, and I tried to keep it to the original with the L-shaped structure, but honestly, it really didn't go too well. I had some designs that were really quite ugly and just did not fit. Anyway, so with the outside here, or with the exterior, we have some nice potted plants up here, as you can see, with the trapdoors, making a little bit detail and also a little bit more. I don't know, a little bit more indented, or I don't know, what's the opposite of indented, I suppose, is what the trapdoors do for this structure. It makes things jump out a little bit better. Also, we have some nice flowers and plants here on the windowsills, just give it a little bit more color, a little bit more flash, I suppose. And then also for the roof here, I guess we'll move up from the plants to the roof. The roof is an interesting design, because originally, I did have it flat, but it didn't look well flat at all. So what I did was I added some nice arches here where the windows are, just give it a little bit more detail. And then what I did is I carried those arches, or that raised piece of roof, all the way up to the top here, and just kind of had it like fan out, I suppose, across the roof, which definitely added a lot more detail that did need to be there. We also have the chimney here, and now the original. You may think that's a chimney, but there's no fireplace in the house, in the Dalish house. That's just like, I don't know, a signal fire, watchtower, or something like that. I don't know, it's really odd. But so I added an actual chimney to this house, and it does look a little bit nicer. It is in the back here, that way you can't, that way you can actually go inside through the front. And also we have here with this structure, we have, I guess, kind of like the classic medieval style, I suppose, if you want to call it that. I don't really know, but where the bottom part, or where the bottom story is kind of like further in, and I guess the upper story is pulled out a little bit more. I'm not really sure what style that's called, but I see it in a lot of medieval builds and fantasy builds, so I decided to use that for this one, and it turned out really nice looking like that. Of course, now the interior, you'll see in just a moment, it is kind of scrunched inside, especially the lower level. But anyway, also in the outside, we have some spruce stairs to give some extra looking arches and support to the roof. Now, if we come here to the patio, we'll find some wonderful torches being supported here by some spruce fences, just to give it a nice little, kind of like a bigger torch than just a plain torch on a pillar, I suppose. We also have some nice cobblestone patio with thatch flooring, just give it a bit more detail. We also have some hay bales here, kind of sticking to the original like that. Also, we have inside, if we come inside, as you can see, it is quite small. The interior is, especially this first layer, this first story. This is all of the first story, just the fireplace to warm the house. Warm this part of the house anyway. And we have stairs on either side leading up to the main living area of this structure, which is the second story. Now, as you can see, this actually is a lot more spacious than the original Dalish house. If you go and take a look at it, it's quite small, quite cramped. But this one is a lot bigger, and honestly, it is a lot more spacious. And one of the things I did to make it a little bit more spacious was to raise up the chest. So I was originally going to have the chests on the ground here, but I realized that I could actually raise them up a few blocks, and it leaves the floor quite wide open, makes their place look a little bit more roomy, to be honest, and also gives some extra storage space up on top. Also here we have, of course, the rest of the chimney. We also have a stove here, or furnace, for any sort of cooking, or any sort of cooking that the owner of the house may want. Also, we have some nice countertops for any kind of things you might want to place on there. And also, I added the Dalish fashion banner just to brighten the place up, because honestly it's a little bland with just the tan and the browns. It is kind of bland, but adding in the blue with the faction banner definitely looks a lot nicer. It definitely has a lot more color to it. And then also we have, of course, more torches with the fences, just to give it a little bit more detail and light, of course. And over here we have a nice little study and chair, where I guess it serves as a dining table as well as a desk, I suppose, for any of the occupants here. We also have the kitchen area where we got a nice barrel, of course, a cauldron to wash anything that you may need. Also some crafting benches, as well as some more storage space with the chests. And then also I added in, of course, I love my wardrobes. They look wonderful. I love wardrobes, especially with the spruce, of course, with the spruce door. It looks very nice. I like the spruce, and the wardrobe looks quite nice. A nice added detail to any interior. And also, of course, we have the bed. And also, I put a clock up here just because, you know, this is a nicer house. And Dale, I mean, the Dalish, they do sell quite a bit of wine to the wood elves, so you know, they're a little bit on the richer side, you know. So they do have clocks, and then also I added some nice support for the roof, because without the support for the roof, it would just collapse. But also I added some extra support, as you can see, by having two wooden beams here instead of just the one across the middle here, because it's not a very sharp roof. It's a pretty flat roof, and as such, you know, if anything does fall on it, it you know, crumble quite easily if it was just the one wooden beam. And then also for any, you know, snow as well. Definitely keeps the support. Well, anyway, guys, I do believe that does it for this episode of the Dalish House, or of the episode of the LTR Structures Reforged series. Now, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode, and if you did, please be sure to hit that like button. As always, I'm Tuco. God bless. I'll see you guys next time.